Oh, now that's an intro. All right, let's calm down and let's get into the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the bridge side. First off, I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you. I've literally just hit 100 subscribers whilst I'm filming this, which is absolutely insane. I honestly can't thank you enough for the support, but we're not stopping there. Let's see if we can push for 200, if not 300, all right? Today, stuff it. Why can't we do that? Should be easy, right? But if you're new here and you love talking or listen to anything about Chelsea, do me a favour and hit that subscribe button to join the family. Let's get into the big one. Let's be real. Chelsea have thrown hundreds of millions at their attack. They have a brand new striker, a brand new number 9, a player who was one of the best in the league last season besides Salah. So you think the race for the Golden Boot at Stamford Bridge would be a close, sharp, 3-horse race between the usual suspects, right? But what if they're all looking in the completely wrong place for goals? What if the player who will outscore every single one of them is already in the building, or yet to be in the building, and he's not even an attacker? Or is an attacker? I've been looking at the data from last season, and when you combine that with the tactical overhaul we're about to see under Maresca, it points to one of the wildest stories of the upcoming season, okay? I'm going to break down the stats and the tactics to reveal becoming Chelsea's top goal scorer in the 25-26 campaign. Before we get to our special mystery player, let's quickly run through the guys everyone expects to be banging in the goals. You've got to start with Cole Palmer. After a massive 24-25 season where he bagged 14 goals in all competitions, he's the man with the magic touch. He's the talisman for that creative weight of the entire team. Everyone's money is probably on him to be Chelsea's main man again. Then you have Nicolas Jackson. Look, he gets a lot of stick, but he still managed a respectable 10 goals last season. He gives you that raw pace, that power, the agility to hold the ball up, and he generally doesn't quit. You know he'll be fired up to prove everyone wrong, especially after the 2 red cards that he's just gotten. Obviously, you've got Liam Delap. A goal and assist in just 4 appearances, with the second goal being offside, where he so calmly just took it round the keeper. So you can't ignore the potential that's clearly there. We also know the club is always cooking up something, especially with these young, exciting talents like Esteban Willian, who we literally play next in the Club World Cup. So that will definitely be interesting. We've always got that rumour of there's always going to be another big signing around the corner. And on paper, the top goal scorer has got to come from this group of expensive, gifted attacking players, right? But here's the thing. Every single one of those players, for all of the talent, is carrying a massive question mark. Cole Palmer isn't just a secret anymore. He's a marked man. Every manager in the league has built their game plan around making sure they shut him down. Double teams, aggressive marking, having zero space to breathe is his new reality. He's still brilliant, no doubt, but repeating those high scoring numbers will continue to be a massive uphill battle for him. You got Nicolas Jackson's biggest demon has always been his consistency in front of goal, tripping it up, kicking the ball too far. He gets into all the right spots for me, but his finishing can be hot and cold, and with Delap breathing down his neck for that number 9 shirt, his margin for error is basically zero. That pressure could bury every single chance. The pressure to bury every single chance could literally become a mental block for him. And for Liam Delap, it's all about making the jump. Going from Ipswich to Chelsea is a huge leap in pressure. That 12-goal season was brilliant, right? But now he has to produce that at a club where every game is a must-win and every miss will be put under a microscope. There's no guarantee he'll hit the ground running, no matter how good he is. So while the smart money is on one of them, all the uncertainty creates a window of opportunity, a void, just waiting for a different kind of player to step up in a radical new system. The man creating the new philosophy is Enzo Maresca, and Maresca, coming straight from Pep Guardiola, believes in a style of football where goals can and should come from anywhere. And we've seen that. And it's not just about the front 3 anymore. It's about the entire team being a goal threat. The whole point, as Maresca has basically said himself, is to create that unpredictability and attack pockets of space that other teams just don't know how to defend. He wants his wingers to be more than just chalk on their boots wide men. He wants them making, them diagonal runs into the box, becoming second strikers when the play develops. This isn't just some theory. We saw it at Man City with Guardiola, Maresca at Leicester. While defences are tripping over themselves to mark the central striker and the number 10, another player will be ghosted into the box, unmarked, to finish the chances they create. Then their name on the team sheet might say one thing, but where they actually play on the pitch will be somewhere much, much higher. The clues were there all along, right? He's a player who has terrorised defences for years with his direct running, creativity, but he's been stuck in a system that didn't maximise his goal-scoring potential. The player has consistently been one of the league's most dangerous players in terms of creating chances. Think about his style. It's all about explosive pace, cutting inside onto his stronger foot, and getting his shots away. These are the exact movements Maresca wants from his wide players. He's not a traditional winger, I would say. He's an inside forward waiting for his talents to be unleashed. He has that Premier League experience, that grit and a burning desire to prove he can be an elite goal scorer. He's not just a provider. He won't be learning a new language here. He's being put into a system that will finally unlock the goals we've all seen glimpses of. While defenses focus on Palmer and Delap, and he'll be finding those spaces to get those shots off. And just to give you a little hint, he scored 3 goals in the last 3 games. So obviously, I think the player to outscore all of them will not only just be the man himself, Pedro Neto. Yes, a winger. He's the guy who has been held back by injuries and playing in a more defensive setup. But as you can see, he's finally getting the opportunities to score goals. And it's happening, especially in this Club World Cup. So now I get it. I know how all this sounds, and Neto, who isn't an out-and-out striker, outscoring everyone. It is a bold claim, and feel free to call me out in the comments. His biggest question mark has always been his injury record, and there's no guarantee he may or may not stay fit, but he has stayed fit. His main job is still to create, and there's no guarantee he'll be clinical enough to actually finish all the chances he gets. And yeah, there's other potentials, like Noni Madueke and Esteval Willian and all the, Jamie Gittins, for instance, in this breakout season. You've even got Enzo Fernandez, who certainly has the quality to add more goals from the midfield. This isn't a guarantee. It's just a bold prediction based on Maresca's philosophy, and who a player I think is a perfect fit for it. And he's starting to really show that as well. I think he's a game changer that, will just redefine what we expect from a player, especially just in Neto's position. The philosophy in the star, and Neto is the one who's perfectly built to profit from it. But football isn't all about opinions. This is just my theory, but I genuinely want to hear from you guys. Who is your dark horse candidate for Chelsea's top goal scorer next season? Is there someone else in the squad who you think is about to shock everyone? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you think a winger could actually pull this off, hit the like button for me. And if you don't think that, hit the like button for me and subscribe. So there you have it, guys. That's my bold call for the season. It's a wild one, but stranger things have definitely happened in the Premier League. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Make sure to stick around, as I will be going through the pre-match review for the game against Palmeiras tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. Catch you all in the next video. Peace.